Hello Sagittarius, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me and tuning into these readings, messages of guidance and what have you, direction. For February 2022. So that's kind of got February is kind of, now see that came out really quite clear, 2022. So today is Saturday the 28th of January that I am 2022 that I'm recording these. I just thought I'd say that because it could be something with the messages. It may be something that happened on this day today that I'm recording and that makes more sense to you, when you end up watching this video. So I just want to say, also remind people that these readings are general, so they may, it may not make total sense to you, all of it. It may be some of it. And for some of you, it may be the whole dang thing. I do encourage checking out what your other signs are saying for you as well, because it could give you a more of a an overview of what might be coming up for you for February. So the other thing is, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet, or leave a comment or a thumbs up if it does make sense. It's just always curious to see how it pans out for people. That's all. So anyway, the other thing is I'm going to be, I don't know where that go. Okay, I'm going to be doing some classes soon, so courses with like mediumship courses and development courses of utilizing the abilities or understanding something. So it'll be 3 lots, so there'll be a 2-day workshop, two 2-day workshops, and which is like a level 1 and a level 2, and then a level 3 is where we're going to be like doing a 10 1-day workshop course series where we will be doing full-on practical work, and that would be in person, those ones. So that would be really cool. So you're getting like hands-on experience there. So this is the energy oracle deck that I'm using here, and we got the angels actually. So today the angels, or this week for this round, the angels have popped in and wanting to contribute to the messages that are coming through for everybody, for you. And that is that card there is the deck with that has come, where there have been a collective of angels bring me messages and that, and guidance and that through. So there's something going on here. Somebody is like here. It's interesting. I'm going to take those two. This is Archangel Michael's one. Messages for you. Oh, that one's jumped out, and this is Archangel Raphael. So we're going to move those there, and then I'm moving on to the tarot, and we'll see what comes through. So the first card out is number 46 here with the energy oracle deck, and that's the thinking man. Okay, so number 46, grounding. There's something moving, so you may be moving away from something or towards something and thinking about. And either way, I feel it's like in your, so it's either way that you are seeing the situation is what they're talking about here. So we're going to take those two cards. So there's something about, you're moving away from a situation, or could be that you're moving towards one, like I say, depending on how you see that. There we go. And then the next one here is yin and yang, or yin yang, in number 22. So that one's in reverse. Okay, I'm just going to leave it there for now. The third card out, oh gosh, I'm just going to, there's a lot of cards coming out all at once, so I'm just going to take those ones there. So they're telling a story, and we'll just see what happens with these ones. Cool. So the third card here is patience, okay, number 16. So, so there's something about you, beginning, so to move on with something or someone, or move away from something or towards someone or something. So it's interesting there. So, but I feel like it's just having patience on that journey, obviously. And, it's like sometimes we do need to take, be patient, okay? Wow. And then number 47, the woman, the thinking woman. So, and that's in reverse. So that's number 47. So there's something grounding in the background there, grounding yourself, but also bringing, it talks about, for me about, foundation, stability, you know, growing things from, you know, beginning things and, you know, creating that. And it could be to do with family and finances. It could also, as well as your health and well-being. So for me, it's a lot like the, knowing which direction that you're going in. So there's something about maybe direction of where you're going. For some of you, for some of you, this woman may not actually be you. Okay, Sagittarius. So let's see. And yeah, what's going on? Anyway, we'll go through these ones because I'm feeling like just to hold on from those ones. So whatever this is like with this moving, this grounding, and allowing yourself to like ground and think about and study where you're going to is or on, because there's this Four of Cups and the Knight of Cups. So something here is definitely like you're thinking a little bit hard done by, with something to do with, you know, moving on with something that you didn't receive, or something that you feel like you could have been moving on but you didn't move in a certain direction. There's a sense of, you know, like cheers there. It's like there's celebration and this horse rearing up and going somewhere. So it's maybe you're thinking about, which way do I go? Do I stay, you know, maybe I'm feeling like someone's like, I can't move on. So there's probably, or I'm stuck in where I am, but I feel like there's freedom there. There's something that you can move on and go in the direction where you feel like you want to go, because he's like ready to adventure, but there's like another side of you that's not quite ready. So it's maybe that you're getting in your head a little bit too much, and maybe sometimes we've got to, and I feel like there's maybe a connection to something to do with family, where you may be required to stay and do this or do that, but there's something about, you know, because this is the Lover's card. You may be moving towards a lover or moving away from a lover, and you're having to, or feel like you're having to. So, I mean, there's something about, are you overthinking it? And some of you, I feel like you may be underthinking that. So there's about balance, which is interesting. We talk about balance, and it's like, you know, creating that balance with this yin and yang. And so it's number 22, and it's in reverse. So I want to turn it around, number 22. So there's something about, you know, relationships. So it takes two, I'm hearing, to tango. And so maybe some of yous, you know, are like, there's one is going that way and one is going this way. So whether it's, you know, like a friendship, a partnership or something, it could be a spouse, you know, one wants to go this way and one wants to go that way. So it's like, how are we going to do it? But I feel like whatever it is, it's like, you know, there's something about doing it now, or moving, you know, or finding a way to move towards your dreams, because this horse is rearing and ready to go, and it's moving towards the now card. If it wasn't moving towards the now card, it's like taking action, I feel it. So whatever it is, into greener pastures, because there's like, when you're looking down there, you see this card here that's like the staffs are going, you know, you've cast out those ideas, but look at down there, there's greener pastures down there, or there's pastures down there that are ready to grow or to experience. They're out in the yonder, basically. So whatever it is like allowing something to grow, or bring it back into balance so you can move or shift. So keep going back to that too. So there's 4. Once again, there's something about grounding yourself, grounding the relationship or relationships, and grounding basically. Wow. Because then we come to patience. So whatever it is, these cards, 3 cards here, are in reverse as well. So the Wheel of Fortune, and the 8 of Cups and the Hermit. So I feel like you've been, in a way, guided to, or you may be feeling like you're trying to guide some of you might be trying to guide someone in a certain direction, and it hasn't happened yet. And I feel there's something, you know, even about yourself, that you're trying to go towards a certain direction, but it hasn't happened yet. But there's something about, or trying to guide someone, or working on guiding. Maybe you are the guide. But I feel like there's a guide here. The Hermit here talks to me about being a guided. I feel, you know, it's just been, you know, having patience with this process, because there's number 1. It's like something new. There's a new beginning with this. And number 16, 6 is like, you know, there's something that's yet to come about. There's something that is like, there's still, like there's movement from the 5, because the 5 for me is about energy and what energy we put into it. So with the patience card saying, you know, coming up with the 6, that, you know, there's like you're moving towards something, but just be patient, or you're moving away from something, and it may be a little bit, you know, maybe you're wanting to run with it, you know, just be patient and just be slow, because whatever is you are being guided towards in a direction, and but it's like there is patience that is required. And what I'm hearing is like, you know, it's like because with this Eight of Cups here is like, that talks about, the Eight of Cups with me is like leaving emotional stuff in the back, or like walking away from emotions or things that, you know, hold you back basically. So, and it's like using your intuition and using this. He's even got a staff. So something is looking up the moon, or I'm feeling he's looking at the moon, or looking into the distance as to what else is out there, and like ready to move on. So, and there's something about you just, okay, you might be nearly ready to move on, but don't push it, okay? But, and maybe for some of you are feeling like there's something, whatever it is like there's something like it's like using your intuition. I feel like that's what the Hermit is saying, using your intuition. There's somebody there guiding you, but it's just be patient with that movement in order for the Wheel of Fortune to turn, because that's in reverse. So it's like you may be feeling like you're held off or stagnant or not being able to do something, but the Wheel of Fortune, something is turning around. However, it's like requiring a bit of patience so things can line up, and then not just, but this is about you taking action with things as well to bring things into balance. So whatever it is that, you know, is not quite sorted yet, as soon as you get onto that and start moving it, and like, or, you know, or doing, it could be research, it could be like applying for funding, whether it's work, personal relationship, you know, or, you know, something to do with a family or whatever it is. So there's something that's will turn around, but it's just taking a little bit of patience basically. So the Two of Cups here talks with this one is the thinking woman. So it could be that you're thinking that it is that thinking woman, you know, that maybe doing that. It's like you may be putting that person in that space, or maybe that for some of you, if you are a woman, maybe that's you are the thinking woman. With it being in reverse, it may be a little bit that you're overthinking it, is where they're coming from that. So 4 is about grounding yourself again. So there's a lot of 4s in here. So becoming still, it's like becoming aware of what it is that you is required or needed in order to gain that momentum, or get those clues that you needing. And it could be that you just need to be still. So I'm feeling like the patience here is like not overthinking things, because you're starting, maybe some of you are like, you know, feeling, you know, because you're feeling a little bit stuck and you're overthinking things, which is what this woman is here. So I feel like there could be somebody who is outside of your circle that is overthinking things about a situation, and it's making you maybe feel a little bit, you know, a little bit stagnant, or like I can't move or I shouldn't move. So it's like, you know, because you've got the thinking man there and you've got the thinking woman here. So it's definitely obviously about a balance, because you've got 46 and 47. What are the chances, you know? And you got balance there. So it's kind of like one thing before another as well. So there's something, there's a sequence, okay, that needs to be taken back. Sometimes we've got to ground ourselves so we're not getting in our head, okay? And for some of you, it could be it could be the opposite way around for some of you. But 7 is about, you know, creating, you know, making that movement, you know, a turning point. So to create that there's some change that's coming, but we, you know, what I'm hearing is like sometimes we've got to be in charge of that, basically, and what that change looks like. So it's like I'm hearing like with that turning around, it's like shifting the perspective. But there's relationships here. There's something coming together. You know, there's a partnership. There could be a partnership. But maybe, you know, with this thinking man and this thinking woman, there is like, I'm hearing like the balance of the masculine and the feminine. So whatever, it could be a relationship. So you're moving from here towards this person here. Some of you, whatever that means to you. It's really interesting there. Cool. But she said this is really like, you know, this Two of Cups here is like that shows me that, I don't know, it's showing me like that too again, of course, but something or something or someone's coming together basically. because this one here is like this card here, faith. This is the collective of angels. It's in reverse. So I feel like there's like something about having faith in this person, or having faith in the process, okay? And then we have thank you here, being in that gratitude place, which is what this Four of Cups can be about as well. You know, being grateful for, you know, what you do have rather than what you don't have. Be grateful for, you know, it's just being, you know what, it's like you're not seeing the gift in what there is out there, or you're not seeing the positive side of things, okay? And it's use your manners with yourself too. So, you know, thank you, gratitude, please, namaste. Using your manners with yourself as well too. So not just saying thank you to the universe, thank you to, you know, yourself as well for what you have achieved, and, you know, from where you've come from to where you, you know, from where you've been to where you come, you know, from where you've been to where you are now. So there's something, I feel like, you know, that, and look, I've just been drawn to the Two of Cups again. It's like the universe is bringing this together. So it's just like, try not to like interfere with it. Sometimes we can interfere and try and make it work in a way that we think it should work, being humans and things like that. We can often go in that space. So I feel like this is like totally, you know, not overthinking it. Stop overthinking. 2 + 2 = 4, not 5. So, you know, that sort of, there's that sort of thing that's going on here. And we'll just see what these cards have to say, because I feel like there's something else that they're wanting to pop out. Okay, not pop out. I'm just going to draw that over this way. See what comes out here. So the 8 of Pentacles. So there's something there. Maybe you're not learning, or you're not wanting to learn, or being, you know, or you need to learn, but you may be a little bit resistant. So that's in reverse here. So there's the Judgment card, setting yourself free. So with this yin and the yang, the balancing, as well as, you know, taking some steps will set you free, basically, because it's like you're not in a, you're not, you know, holding yourself hostage from, you know, not making a decision or whatever that is. So something about learning something new, and maybe a new career, maybe a new business, maybe something, a sideline business that is coming up. So, or there could be some study that's coming up, and it not necessarily, you know, or movement within a workplace. It's interesting. Wow, the Emperor, patience. See, patience is a virtue they're talking about here. So when you free yourself up and let yourself, and it's come over this one here. So that's why they're saying just be patient, Sagittarius, because you've been guided in a certain direction for a reason. And the Emperor is about like all the king energies come together with all those qualities, and he's a leader. So in a way, it's like leading the way and showing the way by your actions, basically. Things are coming together. You just maybe not seeing it now. And then here we go, the 8 of Swords here, the last card out with that one. It's like there's a sense of self-restriction as well, but also not seeing, you know, the other side of things, and like that balancing again, because there's a male and a female in there, and they're both not looking at each other. So it's like there's maybe something that's going on in there. So, you know, it's sorting something else. I feel like this is about communication as well. There's maybe a lack of communication, because, you know, there's that battle of wills, or that battle of thoughts, which is, you know, stop thinking, overthinking things, and shifting. In order to heal something, we've got to shift it. So this last card here is, you know, make a decision. Are you in or out? Either way, it's about your truth right now. So this is where this 8 of Swords is. Like there could be, or probably is a, maybe I should say as well, is a struggle with communicating what you really want to say, and your truth, you know, speak your truth, basically. Cool. So, you know, there's something, you know, working towards, you know, understanding yourself, speaking your truth, and being honest to yourself as well as others or somebody else. So, but it's like, yeah, and that will set you free, because here is, you know, the Judgment. And maybe you don't really wanting to go down a certain path, or, you know, take a certain job, or do a certain job, or, you know, and it's just like, it's there's a sense of deciding, and maybe you're wanting to explore something else, but, you know, sometimes we can get caught up in other people's thoughts, and and we can chuck ours out the window. So there's something about finding that balance with it and seeing reason. But once you do that, it's like it's like, okay, then you can free yourself and get going. Okay. And it's like there's, even though, because I'm just bringing in like that, the energy of like the Fool card, there's a new beginning. You start to go on this journey, which is kind of new for some of you, but semi-new. But it's like, okay, but whatever it is, it's a journey, and you've made a decision and you're moving on from it. But it's like, just, things may or may not go wrong, or depending on the word wrong, or correct, or as you had planned, or as you had thought. And whenever we go on something new, we begin something new, we never know what it's fully going to be turning out like, because we don't know. We've not tried it before or something. And sometimes we have maybe tried something before, but it's like, and it may not have panned out, but you've learned from that. So, and then we got to keep learning again. And, it's like, you're going to learn, okay, that happened this time. Maybe I go in with a different sort of strategy or a different plan, or the system may not be working, so you're going to tweak that. But this is what happens. We, even through our whole life, since the day you were born, we were born, we're tweaking things here and there, and you're still here, so you're still, tweaking things, and that's okay. It's like, we all go on different journeys and things like that. And even if it, it's like we can have very few tweaks that we need to do, or we can have a lot. It depends on how we've set ourselves in motion, and what our plan is, or what our where we're wanting to head towards, in the system that we create, or the strategy that we create to create, what it is that we're wanting to do, be, give, and or have in our lives. Phew. Anyway, they've kind of like, I feel like it was a bit rushed, and it's like, no, it's just like everything's starting, because something may come together, or whatever it is, you might get like that, and that, like all just like one after the other. And so I'm feeling like, and I'm sensing just go with the flow of it, and don't, if you feel that sense of, truly feel the sense of that urge to like maybe start jogging, then start jogging. If you feel that sense to like just walk, then just walk, because it's like listening to your energy, becoming aware of what is, in tune with yourself, basically, is where they're going with that one. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to leave that there with you now, Sagittarius. So with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, and adventure in a prosperity. And that comes from the angels and the energies, the galactic energies who have been working with us today, as well as the light being energies. So I just forgot to say that actually because they're all here, now that I've remembered to actually mention them, that they're here, you may have been feeling a bit of an energy fluctuation while we've been chatting here with you, while I've been channeling through the messages. So know that you may be feeling like some energy shifting. They're just saying drinking lots of water, and to flush yourself, and wherever you are in the world, there's something moving anyway. So when you're feeling thirsty, drink the water. Okay. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave that there for you now. And we'll see you mid-February 2022, where we'll have a bit of an update, a bit of a zhuzh up here, and just tapping into, like, just to keep you on track, basically, and see what's happening, what changes may be coming up for you within the changes that you've already made. Who knows? But there will also be some other messages coming in between as well. Anyway, bye for now, and ka kite anō, and we'll see you then.